This morning, we are getting an exclusive look inside one of the biggest coronavirus outbreaks in the country, an Ohio State prison where nearly 2,000 or nearly 80% of all inmates have been infected. MSNBC's Trymaine Lee has more on this story. Trymaine, good to have you with us. What more can you tell us about this outbreak?
Eamon, prison advocates, inmates, and their families for weeks have been warning us about what would happen if COVID-19 pushed its way into our prisons and jails, where already over 2.3 million Americans are being held. And we're seeing that nightmare scenario play out at the Marion Correctional Facility in Marion, Ohio, where 1,976 inmates have already tested positive for COVID-19. But there also have been deaths. 5 inmates have died, as well as 1 corrections officer. Now, an exclusive video obtained by NBC News' social news gathering team and some great reporting by our reporter Mohammed Syed, we're getting a glimpse behind bars, behind the prison walls, to get a sense of the really grim crisis they're facing. Eamon, let's take a look.
This is the soap dish that's in our bathroom. It's just pieces of soap that everybody got to wash their hands with. We have 2 soap dispensers, but sometimes on the weekend, the soap runs out.
The COs don't even be wearing masks for real. They barely wear gloves. They be having us pass them out, and they know that these inmates is messed up.
Speaking to these inmates, listening to their stories, they tell a tale of pain and hurt and, quite frankly, fear, where social distancing rules aren't in place, where they say corrections officers aren't wearing proper protective gear, and that, quite frankly, they've been left to die. Now, we spoke to Ohio corrections officials who say, you know what, in these circumstances, it's really difficult to move folks around. Now, Marion is a medium security prison, so it's dorm style. So the bunks are arm's length apart, and they say that they're doing everything they can to make sure they segregate those sick inmates from those who are well. But inmates also allege that, you know, they say while the prison says 95% of those who've tested positive are asymptomatic, some say, you know, they haven't even checked and asked us if we had any symptoms. The corrections department says they pushed back and said, you know, we're going in there, we're taking temperatures, but this is a really difficult situation, Eamon. But one thing that is concerning to a lot of folks, especially out there in the world of folks who care about the humanitarian issues, is that this might be a glimpse into what's happening in prisons all across the country. In Marion, they had mass testing, so they were able to get a true sense of who was positive. But what if you look at prisons in Pennsylvania, in Florida, all across the country, New York City, Chicago? What happens then? Quite frankly, we don't know, but prison advocates, inmates, and families are concerned that this is just a glimpse into, you know, a much bigger issue, Eamon.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.